Hi, I'm Craig Hemingway, Communications Manager for the City of Moose Jaw, and welcome to our Notorious Jawcast, the video edition. And this week we've been talking about public works professionals in the City of Moose Jaw. It is Public Works Week, which means we're covering everything from streets and roads to solid waste collection to bridges, water and wastewater, transit, parks and green spaces, and our facilities. Where are we going today, specifically on this episode? Well, tell you what, the theme of Public Works Week this year is the rhythm of public works. And so a musical theme for sure. And as an example, some of our previous episodes on water and wastewater, we chose the song at the start, Blackwater by the Doobie Brothers. For our episode on tree planting, we did Tie Yellow Ribbon Around the Old Oak Tree. So the song I'm about to play now will give a clue as to what we're going to talk about on this episode. Take a listen to this. Sounds lovely. Oh, did you hear that? Little seagull in the distance. Well, where in Moose Jaw might you find a seagull, or maybe many seagulls, that also is related to public works in the City of Moose Jaw? Let's go to the landfill and talk with the Director of Public Works and Utilities for the City of Moose Jaw, Darren Stephenson. Live from the landfill. Good morning, Darren.
Morning.
We give you all the great spots to travel to. Actually, though, on a day like today, it could have been worse if we had picked one of the windier days earlier this week.
Yeah, this is actually pretty calm right now, all things considered, for Saskatchewan.
Yeah. And it's tropical. We've got the birds, which we can hear in the background. One of their favorite hangouts here in the City of Moose Jaw. And we wanted to speak with you from the landfill because it's such a major part of our city operations and public works. Solid waste collection it's critical. It's an essential service, and we've seen that through COVID-19. That was one of the first things we needed to clarify, right, was that we're going to continue. Solid waste collection will not be impacted at all. So I guess maybe first off, Darren, just talk about that operation and things we had to put in place to ensure that happened.
Well, you know what? For COVID, not a whole lot for the landfill. We're actually well set up with existing kind of rules out here that are very COVID friendly. So probably the biggest thing for us was trying to reduce the cash interaction at our scale house and go to paper to plastic only, just to reduce that contact. But really, when you get out to the working face to dump your garbage, we're pretty COVID friendly. One person out of the vehicle, you kind of keep separated from other customers, throw your waste. You don't want kids or other traffic kind of running around because there are heavy equipment operating out here. So not a whole lot had to change for our side of things out here.
Yeah, and just it wasn't long before COVID hit, Darren, when we actually finally got the technology set up at the landfill to use credit and debit cards. The timing really couldn't have been better.
You bet. Yeah, it was fortunate timing for sure.
Give us, Darren, an overall look at the personnel and equipment it takes to run the solid waste collection program in Moose Jaw.
Well, we're actually a fairly compact unit considering how much waste and garbage we handle in the city. Really, we got our external operations providing collection. 3 trucks typically run throughout the year that do that waste collection, bring it out to the landfill. We've got obviously a supervisor that looks after that part of the utility as well. And out at the landfill, again, we're pretty streamlined. We've always got somebody at the gatehouse, scale house, that's greeting customers coming in and out. And of course, we've got, I don't know if you can see behind me or not, if he's gone, but we do have a big compactor out here, which is what does most of the work and crushes the garbage. And so there's an operator doing that. Other than that, that's pretty much it. It's pretty lean. We do bring in some seasonal staff to help us with peak flows out here and traffic direction and things like that. But that's the utility as a whole.
You alluded to the amount of solid waste that gets taken to the landfill. What is that number every year, roughly?
Well, it's a pretty significant number, I guess, for our community. We receive about 45 million kilograms of waste annually from, commercials, entities, businesses around the city, and of course our residential stream and private homeowners.
That is significant. We need trucks to collect the garbage, and I know it was a couple years ago already. A new garbage truck was approved for the City of Moose Jaw. We've finally just taken ownership. Is that right?
That's correct. Those are long lead time units, unfortunately, over a year to procure, but we did receive our first, and actually today we received our second of 3. So it's nice to get these new units on the road.
What impact will that have on our operations?
Well, I guess reliability is probably the biggest thing, right? The old units, about 10 years old, and honestly, they go, over that lifespan, about 2 million pickups each in the city, and that's fairly significant on some of the working components in those trucks. And of course, garbage itself is quite corrosive. So over the long term, it's has a big impact on those vehicles and how long they last when they're in service. So definitely nice to get the new ones. Modern designs on the arm features, better for our drivers, less stress on the vehicles and the drivers with how much it shakes the truck. There's certainly modern software features that come with them now. We can program in routes and stuff that make our pickups more reliable to reduce those missed pickups that happen with customers. So yeah, fantastic to have the new units.
As far as our recycling program, which of course we contract Loris to do for us, but still overseen by yourself and our Public Works Department, any basic reminders that we almost can't say enough for our residents in the Blue Bin program?
Well, the real and most important thing with recycling is keeping it clean. Anything that goes in there, you don't want it stained up with foods, if it's cans, etc., that they're properly rinsed before being put into the blue bin. All of that helps reduce the contamination and make things better when it gets to the sorting facility. Of course,
right.
Also, more is better for us, for any recycling program. We do still have, a fairly significant amount of cardboard, paper products that come out to the landfill through the residential stream, and we'd like residents, to keep pushing that diversion into that recycling stream and keeping it out of the landfill.
Sure. Along with that, and some of the things you've talked about, I guess, are a few. We want to clear up some misconceptions and answer some frequently asked questions, and I thought we could do that in a game format. We'll call it the solid waste version of true or false. We're actually going to call this solid or waste. So I'm gonna say a statement, and you are going to tell us if that statement is solid, meaning true, or if it's waste, if it's completely false or it's a bunch of garbage. All right. So our first statement, Darren: recycled material from the blue bin gets dumped at our landfill. Is that solid or waste?
That is waste, most definitely. I've heard that as well in the community. Actually, Loris has a baling facility in town. So every Loris truck that collects recycling goes to that baling facility to unload, where there's a little bit of pre-sorting done. But essentially, they take that material, package it up, and then ship it in bulk to the sorting facility in Regina for its ultimate destination to be distributed and sent out to industry from there. So yes, Loris has lots of vehicles that come to our landfill, but those are carrying waste for commercial customers. So good question.
Okay. Our next statement: 10% of all material thrown in the blue bins is either contaminated or just plain garbage. Is that solid or is that waste?
Well, that's also waste. Actually, we got pretty decent numbers off our recycling program. About 6% of the overall collection in those blue bins ends up going to waste, whether it's contamination or unsuitable products. So it's very successful. 94% of that material gets sent out and repurposed, recycled in industry.
Okay, number 3. Grease-stained pizza boxes can go in the blue recycling bin. Is that solid or waste?
That is waste. As we talked about earlier, any food-stained products not to go in the recycling bin. So once that cardboard has sucked up that oil or other contaminations, it's no longer suitable for recycling. It needs to go into the waste stream.
Okay, number 4. You can recycle used oil and antifreeze at our landfill. Solid or waste?
That is solid. So we do have an eco center out here that takes all that material all year round. So residents are free to bring it whenever they want. We've got other programs as well at the city. Hazardous Waste Day is a big one for us. We were going to expand to 2 days this year in the spring and the fall for collection for residents to bring in, drop off their hazardous waste. But COVID kind of derailed the first one on us. But all signs are pointing towards the fall one still being a go-ahead. So that's another important environmental program that the city does.
Yeah, we'll be doing that on August 29th, all things being equal, if that holds up. We look forward to that day. All right, our final solid waste statement, Darren. Old electronics like laptops or stereos can be recycled through our blue bins. Is that solid or waste?
Well, this one's a little tricky. We're going to call that waste. It is important to note that electronics can certainly and should be recycled. There's a lot of heavy metals and other things in there that we don't want going into the environment. However, they're not suitable for our blue bin recycling program. That is not what we like to see go in there. But Sarcan in our province does a very good job of receiving all of those types of waste and then recycling them and repurposing them where they need to go. So very important that they don't go into the waste stream.
And important to note too, just yesterday with Saskatchewan's reopen plan, we can start going back to Sarcan as residents on June 15th. So that's bottles and cans and electronics and all the things that they do take. So looking forward to that opening up again. Well, that's it for the Solid or Waste game. We're with Darren Stephenson, our Director of Public Works and Utilities, as we celebrate Public Works Week. Darren, I guess we'll close with anything you'd like to say about our Public Works crews in the city of Moose Jaw and the work that they do to provide for our residents.
Well, I mean, again, it's just they do a lot of important work, provide a lot of essential services, whether it's delivering water and removing wastewater from homes. We talked about solid waste today, taking care of parks, streets and roads. These are all important amenities and services for our community. So they do a lot of good work. They work under difficult situations quite often. And certainly the COVID pandemic hasn't made things any easier for them. But we've got a great group of people here in the city, and they've worked well through it and kept things running.
Okay, well, thanks for all you do, Darren, and enjoy the rest of your time at the landfill today.
Well, thanks.